8 tips for better sex that no couple should ignore. Restart your sexual life by pressing the reset button. You are not the only person in a committed relationship who occasionally feels sexually uninspired. Even while dry spells are a natural and inevitable part of any relationship, this fact does not offer any solace to the couple who is now going through one. According to Alison Moon, author of Girl Sex 101, who was interviewed by Healthline, familiarity is the death of the sex urge. The more familiar we become with another person, the less stimulating sexual encounters become. If you feel like your sexual life is lacking passion, try some of these fast methods, some of which I've tried myself. I hope they help. 1. Find fresh methods to release the energy that is stored in your body. Go dancing or try yoga, adds Moon. Once you have acknowledged your connection with your own body, you will be able to acknowledge your connection with the body of your partner. According to the findings of one poll, those who are married but do not engage in sexual activity are more likely to experience emotions of depression and have the perception that they are unattractive. Discovering new ways to move and making yourself more comfortable in your body might help you reclaim your sexual power. 2. Rekindle your body's natural supply of dopamine by engaging in novel activities. Trying out something new together fosters a sense of camaraderie and closeness. Sunny Megatron, a sex educator and co-host of the American Sex Podcast, recommends listeners to think outside of the box and undertake an activity that can scare you or thrill you, like a ride at an amusement park or an escape room. Dopamine will be produced, and the sensations that you experienced during the honeymoon phase of your relationship will be recreated. Dopamine and other chemicals in the brain are said to have a direct link to both physical attraction and romantic passion. Because of this, experts believe that engaging in a new activity together could assist trigger arousal. 3. Make plans for a night of sexual fact-finding. According to the information provided by Megatron to Healthline, take one night to have an honest discussion about what you do and don't like sexually, explore new sex moves, and talk about your hidden dreams. Don't put undue pressure on yourself to be sexual. Instead, simply experiment to find out what you enjoy doing and express things that you generally keep to yourself out of embarrassment or the fear of being insensitive. According to the findings of an online research survey conducted in 2016 with 1,200 young men and women between the ages of 18 and 25, men and women have drastically different sexual expectations. These expectations are not going to change overnight. Therefore, in order for couples to have an experience that is mutually joyful in bed, they need to share their likes and dislikes in bed with one another. 4. Enroll in a sex education course and spend your free time engaging in sexual activity. According to Megatron, taking a lesson on sexual interaction between partners can introduce an entirely fresh approach to sexual activity. Going on Eventbrite or Facebook is all that is required to locate a one-night sex lesson in your area. In a learning atmosphere that is entertaining and not threatening, partners can learn about new sex positions, techniques, toys, and props for sex play. These topics can be covered in the context of sexual play. The sex educator during the bondage class that my boyfriend and I took together was warm and friendly, and she quickly put us both at ease. I would recommend it to any couple who is looking to have some fun while also picking up some new skills. 5. Book yourself a naughty overnight trip, or not. Get some space, and try your hand at some light role-playing. Create elaborate backstories for your characters in advance, give them costumes, and make sure you have fun with it all, advises Megatron. According to research conducted by the United States Travel Association, couples who take trips together had more satisfying sexual lives. On the other hand, a sexy rendezvous may be difficult for some couples who are still working their way back to intimacy. According to Moon, going on a vacation with your significant other can put too much pressure on you to give a good performance. Even if you spend your time together in ways that are not sexual, you will still reap the benefits of doing so. Take a hike or explore a new place in the area as a group. 6. Snuggle up with your favorite blanket and watch a steamy movie. Moon recommends that partners get to know each other's feeling of titillation. There is porn that is appropriate for couples to watch. Moon recommends SSSH, Crashpadseries, and Frolic Me as exemplary examples of pornographic websites that cater to a wide range of users, including lesbians, gay men, and heterosexual couples. Megatron recommends that married couples who are looking for a way to spice up their relationship go to a sex convention over the weekend. Sex conventions may be found practically every weekend of the year in almost every major city. They provide sex classes, and even if you don't want to participate, you can watch other people engage in sexual activity. Put such thoughts aside for when you get back to the house later. On social networking sites such as FetLife and Cosidai, sex conventions can be found mentioned. 7. Engage in self-indulgent activities in front of your partner. According to Moon, masturbation allows your partner to watch you enjoying pleasure, which can lead to a deeper level of closeness. When you practice a level of vulnerability that facilitates closeness with your partner, such as by letting them see how and where you like to be touched, you are practicing intimacy. To improve your mood and release pent-up stress, masturbation is a terrific way to prepare your body for more sexual activity. It also has a number of other positive effects on your health. Megatron has one more risky recommendation for couples who are up for the challenge. While you're out on a date, wear a sex toy that's controlled by a remote, and give it to your partner to play with. You can think of it as an extended kind of foreplay that will get your libidos going before you even get inside the house. 8. Engage in a one-on-one conversation to relieve any seeded stress. In many cases, a sexless period in a relationship can be traced back to a breakdown in communication between the partners. The results of a recent survey, as reported by The Guardian, indicated that partners who engaged in frequent disagreement were 10 times more content than those who tried to avoid it. Moon encourages his readers to practice having difficult talks. Having a conversation that you have been avoiding might frequently be all that is needed to foster intimacy between two people. You shouldn't let the things that your lover says get to you. Just keep in mind that if you want to work on improving your relationship, one of the first steps is to identify the problems that exist in it. Megatron asserts, if you are willing to compromise, there are solutions to whatever problem you have. Even if you are sexually mismatched, you can correct such imbalances by getting innovative and utilizing your resources. If nothing else helps, try getting in touch with your deepest desires. Other things that can get in the way of sexual closeness include things like anxiety and a hectic lifestyle, but there are beneficial methods to get through these obstacles. According to Megatron, sometimes all you need to do to get back on track is tap into something simple, but a lot of people won't even attempt because they're embarrassed or afraid of looking foolish.